Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Matt and it's happening. The matchup of the century is happening. The battle of King Kong figures. Which one of these two will take the title as the definitive King Kong figure? Well, here they are. The Mezco's King Kong of Skull Island figure versus NECA's Concrete Jungle King Kong figure. Today we're going to be comparing these two in another 6-rounder. If you're familiar with this is how we go. Sculpt and paint, articulation, size, accessories, price, and availability. Let's go. Sculpt and paint, round 1. We're going to kind of go ahead and say it. These two are completely different. One is trying to be from the book, while also taking its own liberties. Oh, crud. The other is trying to do its own thing. Or be its own thing. Like, this is NECA's OC Kong. Do not steal. And the fur, I would say, is very different as well. This is kind of more on the side of looking like your basic fur. This looks a little more like the fur of, say, your dog coming out of a bath. Or maybe if you for some reason took your dog out in the rain or something. That's kind of like what that fur looks like. It looks very wet to me, like in terms of texture. But at least the fur is very well sculpted and noticeable. The overall proportions are also very different. I would say that in terms of the one that has the better paint, it'd be this one. But this guy's sculpting is very good as well. Do I have a winner? It's close, but I'm going to have to kind of give each other a tie. So a tie for sculpt and paint. Round 2, articulation. The Mezco and the NECA both feature axis barbell style ball joint that allow them to move up, down, side to side, tilt. We'll get into it later, but his default head, which I think it's the default head. You can close and open the jaw. And it comes with an alternate head, which is just always closed. Neither of his heads come with articulation. So his comes with articulation straight out of the box. Both of them feature joints at the shoulders, but his features, both of them feature like hinges at the shoulders, but he features a bicep swivel. Both of them feature hinge elbows, but he features a double hinge instead of just the single hinge. He has a ball jointed wrist. He has a ball jointed swivel hinged wrist. Both of them have ball jointed ab crunches and whatnot. Something just dropped. Both of them feature movement at the legs. Both of them feature movement at the knees, except his is barbell styled, and both of them feature foot movement. But which one would I say moves better? I would say in terms of the torso up, probably the Mezco. I have more fun moving him than I do with NECA, because I feel like NECA's is a bit more fragile. But from the legs down, that's going to be a point for the NECA by far. His is only 3 joints. 1, 2, 3. Well, you got, I think, like 1 or 2 in there. 3, 4, 5. Not to mention, the foot movement I've complained that is like very trashy on this. Well, that is actually half decent. But even then, it's very slight between who has the better above the head movements or above the torso movement. So even though it's close here, this guy completely obliterates the Mezco in the leg region. So point for articulation has to go to the NECA. For size, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Mezco wins, because the Mezco scales with any of your 6-inch kaiju or dinosaur figures, while the NECA is a bit too big. And I really feel like they should have shrunken the height down of the NECA Kongs. And yeah, that's part of the reason why. I just feel like the Mezco is also better proportioned, like in terms of an overall King Kong kind of feel. For accessories, this is going to be the tough one. I haven't picked a winner, keep in mind. So we're going to kind of dump all the accessories out of the bags, because I have them both in bags. So I guess we're going to kind of compare them that way. So we're going to put the Mezco's accessories. I'm doing all this off camera and in one take, so just so you guys are aware. All right, there we go. We have the NECAs and the Mezcos ready to go. So what do the NECAs and Mezcos tie each other in? Both of them, like I've stated, feature their own alternate heads. This one's for NECA, this one's for Mezco. So that's one. Both of them come with chain shackles for both arms. Mezco, NECA. The difference is that NECAs don't snap open. The Mezcos snap open. Once again, I'll be demonstrating in a video how to attach them. So that's 2 more accessories for each. Come on, pull it out there. Very good. Now I'm already starting to see who has more accessories, but we'll keep going. For hands, we have kind of his is already clenched while his is more let loose, so I guess these could be a better fit, but in terms of like how much hands each comes with, they both come with those hands. This Kong comes with only one right hand grippy hand and an Andaro figure. This, the NECA Kong, comes with 2 splayed hands and a fighter jet. Now, just by simple amount, the NECA wins because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 accessories as opposed to 7. So even though that's 1 more accessory, does that mean he wins? I would say no. Why? Because the chain shackles are cool, a nice addition, but I feel like they're executed much better on the Mezco because you can just snap them open, attach them on, and then close it. While here, you have to disattach the wrist, put it on, and even then you have to fight the find the right angle of what fits it best, and then slip the wrist back on, which is kind of a pain to do. I would know. And both of them are kind of missing each other's accessories. This one has the plane, but doesn't have an Andaro figure. This one has an Andaro figure, but not a plane. So, in terms of a King Kong figure, they kind of tie each other, so that's going to have to be another tie. Huh. Moving on to the next segment, we have price. And in terms of price, this one will run you about $50 at retail, like $49.99. This one will run you about $25 or so, 35 or not 35, 30 or 20 to $30 basically. Some glossy paint. Thought that was actually like real water. But overall, I'd say that this is an already obvious winner, but the NECA Kong wins this round. And the final round is availability, which I think both of them came out at major retailers, I think. I could be wrong about this guy, but I've seen him at comic shops and whatnot. But I've also seen him at comic shops and major retailers, so... But I'm going to tie that point. However, that one might be subjective, so take what I... if I do find that he does not go to major retailers, then I'll update this video with a description or a comeback video or something like that. Anyways, let's tally up the scores. Sculpt and Paint went to both of them, so that's 1 each. Like, that's a tie point. I like to, if it's a tie, I give each other a point. Articulation went to the NECA. Size went to Mezco. Accessories went to a tie. So that's okay. I'm sorry, I'm doing all this live. So 1 point, 2 points. Okay, round 2. For round 3, that was size. That went to him. Once again, I'm doing all this live. Accessories. Let's see. Price and then availability resulted in a tie. So that's 4 to 5. I don't believe it. The NECA Kong wins. Now, before anybody gets upset, I know. this is not the original NECA. If I were to compare this to the original NECA, which I don't own yet, then we'll do a rematch there, and then we'll find out who wins there. But the reason why I did these two is because, one, this was the only one I had that I could compare this to, and two, I felt like it would have been a more even match since both of them are meant to replicate when he goes in New York and goes berserk and, whatnot. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We finally found someone who can at least stand to and even defeat the Mezco Kong, King Kong of Skull Island figure in a figure comparison, because I compared them to the past Playmates figures, both the originals and Giants, and none of them won. So when the NECA comes in, beats him, it's about time. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, everyone.